Hello, Westchester University. Thanks for joining us again on Sports Talk Live. We're excited to kick off our third season here, and we have a special guest, Dallas Elely from the women's basketball team. Dallas, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right, now Dallas, you're a freshman, so the first thing that kind of pops in my mind is, why'd you choose Westchester?
When I visited, I loved the campus, and then when I met the team, I fell in love with the program and the coach.
Now, speaking of the team, this year you have a lot of freshmen, 3 standout stars, you being one of them. What's it like to have other freshmen there to help you out?
Big motivators to do what I can, since we all play the same spot. Not all 3 of us can play at the same time. And we all get along and just try and push each other harder.
All right, now individually, you have shown tremendous confidence, especially shooting from long range. You're shooting a team best 40% from 3. What can you attribute to your confidence level being so high for just being a freshman?
Just trying to do what I can to help the team and just trying to stay focused.
Would you say there's a lot of freshmen on the team, as we mentioned? Would you say having the upperclassmen really helps out to have them to, help you when you're in trouble or in a slump or anything like that?
Yeah, they're big motivators, and we try and win almost for them since it's like their last year, especially for the seniors like Alexander Lennon and Meg Kerrigan.
Well, you just mentioned Alexandra Lennon, and she's having a great senior year so far. She just scored her 1,000th point, and she's the all-time shot block leader in Westchester school history. So with those great accomplishments, we're happy to announce that Alexandra Lennon is this week's STL Ram of the Week. So congratulations to Alexandra on that great accomplishment.
Now we're going to need her to step up big this weekend because you go on the road to play first place Millersville. Now you took care of them pretty easily the first time. You beat them by, I think, 16 points. What are you guys doing to game plan and get ready for that game?
Basically just going into the game looking to win. That's what we need to do. We need to win out. Basically the rest of the season, we can't look over Millersville after what happened last time, beating them pretty handily, and just go in and win.
We always have to ask this question when we have guests come in. We want to know what you think the score's going to be. Is Westchester going to be able to pull it out and get the victory?
We're going to win. I'm going to say 70-78.
Okay. And before we finish up, is there any shout-outs you want to give? Any players, fans out there watching?
No.
No? All right, well, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Looking on the guys' side, they also came out with a big victory this weekend against Mansfield, winning 86-72. They've also been really hot lately, winning 4 of their last 5 games, and now are in sole possession of second place in the PSAC. But now they have a big game coming up this weekend versus Millersville, who is 3rd. What's the reason for our success this season?
Well, Taylor, we lost a big piece as Lance McDowell graduated last year, but I think filling in his shoes is John Breeden. He's our point guard. He's really stepped up this year. He's leading the team in assists. That's exactly what you need from a point guard. So I think without him, we wouldn't be where we are.
I think that's a great point, but I think it goes a little bit deeper than that. You look at our lineup, we have 5 guards who any 2 of them could start on any given night. And most teams can't do that. I mean, if one guy's struggling or is in foul trouble, you can sit him down for a few minutes, put another one in, and you don't lose a step. That's a huge advantage over our opponents.
Well, taking a look at our next upcoming game, it's this Saturday versus Millersville. It's going to be a huge game. What do you guys think? Then we're going to pull it out. I want to hear. What do you think the score is going to be, and who's going to be the standout star?
Well, I think it's definitely going to be close. As you said, Millersville's only a game behind in 3rd place, so I think it'll really be a battle. But I think that benefits us. We've done really good in close games. We're 5-2 in games decided by 5 points or less. So I think we'll be in there. We'll be able to go there and take care of business and grab a close W. And I think the guard who's going to step up is Julio Mack. He stepped up big in the last game, scored over 20 points. I think he's going to do it again.
Guys, I usually pick Westchester, but this time I'm going to have to go. It's at Millersville, and the last couple games, John Breeden and Carl Johnson have both been injured for a while. So coming back into this game, they might be playing, but I don't think they'll be 100%. And again, going to Millersville, who's ranked 3rd in the PSAC, I think they're going to lose by 3 or 4.
Come on, Taylor. You have to have confidence in Westchester. You're right, we do have some injuries, but I don't think it's going to be our starters that's going to be the standout star. I'm taking our bench, not one specific player, just our bench. It's going to be the type of players like Tim Flecken. It's going to step out. He had a big game, scored 10 points last game. And I'm going to take the freshman, Matt Wisely. He's been showing a lot of signs of success. So I think if they can both step up, we're going to be able to pull it out. Close game. Westchester's going to win by 2. Well, finishing up Westchester sports, we're going to take a look at baseball. They're the defending national champions, and right now in the preseason polls, they're ranked 5th in the country and 1st overall in the Atlantic region. So what do you guys think about this upcoming year?
Well, guys, I'm pretty optimistic. I mean, we came off a national championship, so we should be. But I don't know if I would go as far as saying that we're going to go all the way again. We lost a great player in Joe Wendell, who could hit for average, could hit for power, could play defense. So I think we'll be pretty good this year, but I don't know if we're going to be that good.
Well, you're focusing on who we're not going to have. I'm going to focus on who is coming back, and that's our starting pitching. You look at the College World Series, and they've really just shut down the best teams in the country, especially juniors Fred Breidenbach and Joe Gunkel, and they're going to be key this year for us. Plain and simple, we're going to go as far as they can take us.
Well, our season's coming up right now. Actually, this weekend, we're traveling down south to Lander University. We're playing a 3-game series, so I think that's going to really be a good test to show where we stand and if we're going to be able to, make that run to back-to-back national championships.
Well, this week on Outside the Horns, our main focus is going to be on the Flyers. As you guys know, they've been struggling. They got off to a slow start. Their record is 4-6-1. What can you guys attribute to such a slow start?
Well, in my opinion, I think it has to be the injuries. We have some major key players being injured, such as Scott Hartnell, Andres Mazaros, and even Chris Pronger, who probably will never play again in the National Hockey League. So moving forward, we have a lot of young guys, Couturier, Voracek, who really have to step up. And I think they're just a little nervous getting into the flow of things, but I think they'll pick it up and they'll play a lot better.
I just think it's sloppy play, whether you want to blame them on the lockout or not. I don't think you should blame them on the lockout, but it's the players. They're just playing very sloppy. The passes aren't there. Nothing's really crisp. They're having those turnovers that are really costing us. And if we don't turn this around, I don't think we're even going to have a chance of making playoffs because it is a shortened season.
I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, the turnovers have absolutely been killing us. It's not the amount of turnovers, it's where they're happening. They're happening in our own zone, in the neutral zone. And it creates odd man rushes, the 2-on-1s and the 3-on-2s, and putting Brzgalov in a tough situation. I mean, he's playing out of his mind, but he can't make every save, especially when you put him in a bad situation.
Well, guys, again, Brian touched on it, but would you say it's the lockouts the problem, the coaching, the players? What's the reason for such a slow start for a team that was supposedly supposed to be pretty good this year?
Well, it does have to do with the lockout, but I don't think you can use that as an excuse. So whether that caused us not being all together there or not, you can't use that as an excuse, and the players have to be held accountable.
Yeah, I think he's absolutely right. I mean, every team had to deal with the lockout, so it's not like the Flyers are the only team that had to deal with it. The players, I mean, some played in Europe. They stayed in shape. It's their job as professionals to be ready when the season starts. You can't put it on the coaching staff. You just got to hold the professional players responsible.
Well, before we finish up on Sports Talk Live, we want to hear from you, the viewers. So go to our website, sportstalklive.net, to vote on our poll question, which is, at 4-6-1, what is the reason for the Flyers' slow start to this season? That's going to do it for this week on Sports Talk Live. Take it easy, Westchester.